Welcome to being Sean Gibson Show, BSG.
Hello, BSG fighters. Welcome back to another episode. This is season 6, episode 9, featuring Ieva Bukėnienė, all the way from Vilnius, Lithuania, a holistic lifestyle businesswoman. As intended, I'm going to transform your mind into a strong and positive mind. Before I dive into today's topic, I'd like all of you to know that my TikTok and YouTube community are different from my podcast community, so check out the videos on these platforms. Welcome, Ieva. How you doing?
Hi, Sharon. I'm doing great.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, kindly tell us more about yourself.
First of all, I'm a person who seeks the better things in the world. I mean, I want people to live well, to be happy, to have no illnesses, and do that in the most natural way. And also, I love doing all the handworks, like knitting and everything. I'm also a mother of 6 years old boy.
Let's talk about the time where we met. So usually whenever I'm traveling, I'm always like closed up because you never know who is by you, but you were just so sweet to me on the plane. And it was so nice meeting you, to be honest. I was like, okay, is this real or just a one-time thing? And because I'm used to people doing that in Europe, right? They'll be so excited about you the first day, and then the next time it's like they act like they don't know you. So your consistency from the time I met you, because we met in July and now we are in August, towards the ending of August, it's heartfelt to still be in communication with you. You called me on an important day and made my day and spoke to me and sang for me, and you're just an awesome person.
Actually, I'm a very word person, so if I say, I will do it. And I don't know, I had some attraction to you. I mean, I just wanted to talk to you, although I felt that you were, some sleeping or something.
I'm telling you. I was so tired.
Yeah, it was early morning, but it was a really nice conversation with you. My boy was sleeping near me, and
you see, he was also sleeping because who flies at 6 a.m.?
But we had a really good conversation, and lavender helped you just to forget about the landing, and I didn't feel anything, just talking and smelling the lavender essential oil. That's it.
That was so cool. I was so glad I tried it. I was so glad. That smells very good. Okay, so today's episode is titled Connecting with Yourself. No other person to discuss this with than the masseuse herself, who does raindrops massages, and a businesswoman. She's so into nature. I've had a moment with her where I got to deeply connect with myself. So it's good to have Ieva here to discuss this topic. But before we dive into today's topic, I would like to share 2 top rules inspired by Eric Thomas. Number 1, work on your gifts. And number 2, upgrade your values, and education is great. So without further ado, let's dive into our topic of discussion. Ieva, as a mother, how do you set aside time for yourself?
Actually, now it's easier because my boy is going to kindergarten and he's 6 years old and he doesn't have illnesses lots of time. But first of all, it was really not easy. You just have to plan actually your time. You have to plan your time every morning to have the time for yourself. That's my rule number 1, because I get my energy before they wake up. I mean, my husband and son. I do some practices in the morning, and that's my actually golden hour. Yeah, and you plan, you think every time you want to do something for yourself, you just that I'm doing this, I can spend the rest time then with you, and you just communicate each time, because it's not always you can just spend hour and doing for yourself. No, when you are with a child, you have to plan and you have to communicate with him and tell him that this is very important for me. Please play by yourself. Please be in your mood, and then I will come back to you. But now I have to be with myself just for 10 minutes or for so.
So it comes with a lot of sacrifices at the beginning.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And usually you even forget yourself. You always think about the child, and you just keep running and keep getting several minutes a day for yourself, and then those minutes get to longer to maybe hour or half an hour. So that's an amazing thing.
Oh, that's beautiful. Very encouraging. So do you ever feel mentally drained by life, and how do you detox?
Yeah, sometimes it happens when you have lots of things going on. For example, I'm a person who wants to do all the things in the best way. I'm the perfectionist. So that was not my problem. Actually, I had a depression. I had to use medicine as well. And you get out of that. Just, one day I just woke up and said, no, I don't need this medicine. I will get out myself. I just started reading again those psychological books, communicating with more people. I mean, adult people, because when you're with child, it gets you down, because, for example, at first he doesn't speak. Then he starts speaking, but, you cannot, just agree on something. You just always running about him. And yeah, of course, I do have sometimes this mental things which distract me. And how do I detox? Yeah, first of all, I communicate with adult people, then reading the books, which helps me to go up and feel better. Writing is a really good thing. It's a really good thing. And being in nature. Just
nature, you taught me that.
Getting on bicycle just at least for 10 minutes when the husband comes back, getting away from the house, from where you say you have to clean everything, you have to do that, just go to the nature, just listen to the birds, just be there, and it's the amazing detoxification actually.
You're right. Sometimes I love my home so much, but sometimes when I'm here, I start to think about 1,000,001 things that I have to do. And what I do sometimes, I just close everything and go and play basketball, or take a run, or go and exercise. Right now, my new addiction is sports. Because I told myself I'd rather make this my addiction than smoking cigarettes or smoking, because where I live, smoking is a huge thing. Left to right center, every single corner you pass, people are smoking. And I don't blame them. I don't judge them. It can get really lonely. It can get very, very sad, especially in a place where people are also closed-minded and they're closed up and they're not sociable. It takes a toll on so many people. So when I see them smoking, I'm like, boy, girl, I wouldn't judge you for doing what you're doing. It's valid. But I told myself that I was in that situation, right? I had to pull myself out of that because it wasn't good for my heart. And I told myself it's better to be consumed and addicted to sports and even sugar, right? Sugar, like taking sweets, just taking some sweets, and than to, smoke my life away. That's how I detox too as well when I'm mentally drained.
That's a problem I see here as well, because it's a very huge addiction, and especially those new cigarettes and everything. I asked one of my relatives, why do you smoke? And she said, because I cannot be in this moment with myself. So that means she's running away. She's kind of solving this problem, but she's not solving. And everybody else, I think, is doing the same, because it's a stressful world. Everybody is running. It's a stressful job or stressful relationships. And they don't even know how to solve it. They don't know that they can listen to your podcast and have a good time while driving. And even they don't need a cigarette or alcohol or something, which actually gives really bad things to our bodies.
You're right. What you're saying right now is something I was telling myself. I was like, the emotions were so much, and it felt like, it was going to kill me, to be honest. The emotions I was feeling, the pain I was feeling, felt like it was going to kill me. But you know what I said to myself, which in 10 is making me feel like a very strong woman. I said to myself that I will sit in this pain. There are some nights where it was so difficult for me to go to bed, looking for what to do to be able to hide from how I was feeling and talk to somebody to get rid of how I was feeling. Guess what? There was nobody to talk to. So I sat in that feeling, slept, and when I woke up the next day, it was like nothing happened last night.
Living yesterday to yesterday and living in this moment, it's amazing. And maybe I can recommend one practice as well. I think we talked about that the practice of gratitude.
Yeah. I listened to one of them yesterday before going for basketball training, because yesterday a lot of shit happened to me yesterday. I listened to the one about self-love and it really helped me. So thank you so much.
So I would recommend to listeners as well to have a practice of gratitude. That's a wonderful practice. You just take a notebook, a really nice notebook for yourself, and each morning you just wake up and start your day not with problems and not with running, but have several minutes laying down, sitting down in bed and just writing down what things you are grateful for. So this is amazing practice actually, and the main thing is not what you are dreaming for, but what you have now already.
Yeah.
For example, I really like to thank my body every morning that I'm healthy, I have strong body, I have strong mind, and I would love to thank to the universe that I'm here and I'm alive and I can do something. I can do good things and to spread, those things to the world or to my family.
I love listening to you speak. So what are some of the things you do to stay grounded?
I have several practices and I would really love to recommend the listeners and you to start doing it maybe every day or every second day. One of the things I do every morning, I just go bare feet to walk around my house. It doesn't matter if it's winter, summer, just for several seconds. Just go on the snow or on the wet floor. Just be grounded. And it's really amazing what it happens to your body. If yesterday it was, for example, a really bad day, so today you feel just better. Everything faded away somehow. And the other practice is I love to go to the nature to walk around and to hug a tree.
Yeah.
I just picked
Oh
up.
my God, I forgot that one. I forgot that one, yes.
Because when you hug a tree, and the rule is to thank this tree just for something, what comes to your mind. For example, I usually thank for the clear air because of the tree. So I just hug him, I just send him love and just stay for several minutes. And it really gives you grounded. Of course, there are meditation practices for groundedness, but it's different. There is one more. You can imagine that you are like a tree. You just stand up, or you can sit down on a chair and just imagine that you have roots and the energy comes from the ground till your head, through the whole body, and then from the universe through the head, through the whole body and to your root.
It was harder for me to deal with my emotions and my pain and even connecting with the innermost parts of myself. But to be honest, ever since I met you, it's been life transforming to the point where, I kid you not, Eva, I've got to the point where I take time to react. I don't just I'm not that impulsive with my actions anymore. But the pain is more bearable now, and I am able to control my emotions just because of how grounded I feel and with some of these activities that you recommended. At first I was thinking that meditation is so boring. Why do people ever meditate? But as you get older, you would see the importance of meditation. We human beings are very forgetful, so you always have to remind yourself and reassure yourself of who you are and the good things that have happened in your life. Like you said, gratitude is powerful because let's say, for example, I'm here right now, just peradventure, it's not my situation. I'm looking for a job, right? Instead of me being sad about the fact that I do not have a job, I should be thankful that yesterday I was able to have food on my table. I was able to move around. I was able to do things. And last month, I was in a difficult financial situation. You know what I told myself? I was like, I want to see how the universe is going to help me out of this. I want to see how I'm going to survive. If I do, I don't think I'll be faced by anything again in my life. And I was able to survive. And I was like, indeed, nothing is that serious. Nothing is the end of you as you think it will be when it's happening. You will always do fine. I was thinking, I was like, how am I going to survive? How am I going to eat? How am I going to do this? And magic happened just because I trusted. I didn't worry. I just stayed grateful. Whenever I was going to get into the mind space of anxiety and worrying, I just switch up to being grateful and trusting and telling myself that if I am anxious right now, it's not going to change the situation. So don't waste your time doing something that wouldn't bring solution.
Yeah, actually, I had so many situations where I felt like down, and usually I was thinking that I can do everything. I can do everything, But sometimes it's very important, I think, to be strong. But sometimes it's very important to talk to the universe and just let go the situation.
That's true.
Let go just for several minutes, for several hours. Just be somewhere else, yeah? And then somehow it changes.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe our brain changes. It doesn't, bother you anymore, or solutions come, and it's amazing actually what happens.
Well, I guess I'll just say that it just confirms the fact that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So we are more spiritual than we think we are. It's a spiritual aspect of us that takes over. So if we always rely on the physical, life would be harder to live.
Are you ready for the comfort break question? Comfort break question.
The comfort break question for today is, which artist would you like to meet?
I'm thinking about Monet. The artist, he's a painter.
Oh.
He used to be a painter with really amazing paintings with the nature and everything. And it has some specific which attracts me. And somehow I would like to meet him just to see how he's doing this work. I mean, how it comes from zero to these amazing paintings.
With talent. I would like to meet Beyonce because I love her work ethics. Like, that woman is so hardworking, super duper hardworking. It's out of this world, and she's focused and she listens to people and she's discreet. I just love her life. It's private, it's beautiful. Obviously, everybody has problems, but I love the way she carries herself. So definitely Queen B. So back to our question. Is there a time you feel disconnected from the world?
What do you mean by this question?
I mean, a time where you feel like you don't belong in the world, a time where you feel like, you know what, I want to just throw in the towel and just leave this world, a time where you just feel like this world is not for you.
Actually, I don't have such a feeling. I usually used to have a feeling that I just don't want to live. I just want to live other life, and if it's not that life, I don't want to live anymore. It's very important to talk about that sometimes with people. If somebody hears that, think that it's your brain only telling you that it's so bad that you don't have to live, you don't want to live. It's really amazing that when you start thinking, okay, I woke up and just find the reason to live. When I found out why I live, that I have a loving husband, a loving son, loving mother, I love them as well.
Yeah.
And I want to be in this world just to have some things. I didn't know what I want to do because I really had a huge experience, many jobs, and I was like down as well. And I think many people in this world are rushing somewhere, just going, the fastest way they can. And then they stop and they are just ill, for example, and they cannot even stand up.
Yeah.
They are psychologically or something else. So I would recommend just to be balanced, to have your way, what you love to do, and what you can have money for that. And then live your life at fullest. And then no such thoughts will be that I'm not in this world, I don't belong here, I just want to die or something. You will feel the energy, you will feel the love with your life, and first of all, you will feel love for yourself.
That's so true. That's powerful. So what draws you close to natural things like your love for essential oils? Does it help you build a deeper connection with yourself?
Yes, actually, I didn't know that such things even exist. I knew that there are herbs, you can have a herb tea. Sometimes when you're ill, you can have like some stronger tea, or you can have a bath with salt, but nothing else. And when I tried those essential oils, I was really down. It was a time in my life when everything was down. No job, relationship bad, bad health, bad health of son, and and I was so down. I didn't know what to do, but I knew one thing. I want using most natural things. So it took time. So powerful instruments from the nature. Essential oils will have, not only good smell, but they affect your brain, affect your body, affect your psychological, emotional, even feelings. You just get into that every day. You have some rituals. And now I can even massage people. I can have some magic with people, you remember I did with you as well.
Yeah, I remember. It was amazing.
And I can give those even drops. I should say that these drops are the drops of God, because they are so powerful and they are so amazing that people can smile, can live better. And I love really Gary Young's saying that everybody deserves to live a joyful life.
You do. You're right. It has been a very concise, precise episode, and I really love what you said in connecting with ourselves. We've come to the end of the episode, but before you go, I'd like you to tell us any life lesson that you live by.
I just remembered one citation, Carpe diem. It's from Latin that means just grab your day and do the best of what you do today, because you don't know what will happen tomorrow. There is no yesterday, there is no tomorrow. It's only now and today.
That's strong and that's so true. That's a really beautiful life quote.
It's a beautiful life. Oh.
It is. Thank you so much, Eva. I'm just going to go over the top rules for today by Eric Thomas. Number 1, work on your gifts. And number 2, upgrade your values, and education is great. Don't listen to all the people online that make it look like education is not good. Education doesn't have to be in school. You can definitely learn from different platforms like Udemy on YouTube, but never stop learning, because we human beings, we are students of life, so you're always and constantly learning. So make sure that you educate yourself whatever way possible. Kindly leave a 5-star review if you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for listening, my BSG fighters. I love you as much as you love yourself. Don't forget to keep fighting for the life that you want. Until the next episode,
Bye.
You have got a strong and positive